Yeah, I think I'll be fine. Alright, I need to get things and stuff ready. Somebody's hammering away at something, so if you guys hear any banging, that's why. Copying this, pasting in there. There, you got my thing. So just a heads up, I do have these shirts still. Um, so yeah, feel free to buy them while they last. I also have the normal shirts and the normal pins. We also ship globally. I'm not going to really give too much time to it though today. I'm not going to lie, I low-key didn't want to stream today. I'm not going to lie to y'all. And some of y'all would probably be annoyed with me for that because I know that, well, at least I believe that people want their content and all that jazz. The thing is, the past 2 days, yesterday and today, I have had this weird working fever where I keep working on the combat system for my comic as well as like the magic system and all that jazz. And I had to redo some information that was incorrect. I had to like restructure stuff and whatnot. And I had a bunch of crazy ideas as well, like always. And yeah, I just got into this weird swing of just working on shit. Let me. I gotta post this on socials. So yeah, sorry, but not sorry about the whole no stream thing that I didn't really want to stream. I just again I've been very busy with things. The hell? Hmm. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about all that. Let me just lastly check that this screen is showing. That's not what I meant to do. Darn it, when you freaking fumble and press the wrong buttons. Okay, so yes, it's showing. Currently have no viewers. Currently contemplating if I should be streaming this or if I should just keep working on shit. I would like to work on shit. I would like to do a stream where I could just work on shit. But alas, that would be spoilery. That'd be very oh geez, and now I'm tired, spoilery. Um right. Now I remember why okay, wait. Copy. I have to do this now. I forgot to do this. I made some lemon butter herb pasta today. Second time is the charm because last time it was way too sour. This time it didn't taste like lemon at all. Even though all I did was just, like, have it. Wait a minute, wait. Ah, fuck. I know why it was. I miscalculated the amount. It was supposed to be... Damn it. It was supposed to be 3. I'm an idiot. That's why. I miscalculated the amount of lemon juice. That was the one thing I miscalculated. I calculated everything right because I had to adjust for like 1.5 times the portion. And I was gonna have the original portion, so all I did was I took the original portion and halved it. What I should have done was take the original portion, halved it, and then taken half of no, and then times that by 1.5. Ah, my brain. My brain. My brain, man. My brain. Hold on a second. Stupid. All the different things I've had to do. Oh, thank God. People actually reacted to my freaking snow cat. So, yeah, that snow cat that was earlier on the thing. That poor thing reacted. Like, it lasted, but then by the end of the first day, the birds plucked its eyes out. And then the second day, it looked like a bowling pin. The third day, it was a snow cone, and then the fourth day, surprisingly, the base was still there, so it was just a little pile of snow. That thing was pretty resilient. Everything else had like melted away, but that thing was still going. So I'm fairly proud of my little snow cat. Checking again. Okay, so let's just continue what we're doing. I got pineapple here as a snack. I don't think I'm going to be having any. I think I overate, actually. I feel like I'm bursting at the seams. Jeez Louise.
Hey, Lanternite's coming up again. The time's really flown by. Let's head to Lua when we get the chance.
Or not. I might do it. I mean, I don't really think I have too much to do. What do I have to do? Reminiscent drift. Huh? We're going straight into a thingamajig, a domain. Oh, lovely. Oh, and of course it gives us only wind bullshit. Great. I can't have water, electric, or fire. Of course I can't. Just every annoying element except for the ones that are most useful. Let's see if I remember how to play this game because it's been I feel like it's been a hot minute.
This looks like Inazuma. Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful. Sounds like an immersive experience.
VR?
It's a good thing we came along.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
I wish I had a VR headset.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
All right. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here. Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace? You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps. This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved, too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground. Who are you? You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Okay, wait, where am I supposed to go? Up the ladder, I presume? But there's a... Ooh, why is it electro-y? Oh, wait, do I go around here? Oh. Sneaky, sneaky. I don't care, I need it. It's mine. The heck?
Huh? What are we doing back here? Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too. The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
The long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
This isn't good. What a
Burn!
laid bare. Counterattack.
Stand with me! Lightning, purify!
Everlasting as the moon!
Well met.
Our bond is strong!
Bring it!
Time for retribution!
Transfixed! Pitiful! Let engraved names echo!
Stand with me!
Killjoy, we've only just begun.
I'll settle this!
You can't run. Well,
Burn!
don't be a killjoy. We've only just
Overruled! Witness my rise!
Well,
Our bond is strong!
killjoy, we've only just begun. This isn't over. Miscalculated.
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma. In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the Balladeer here. Such a creepy atmosphere, and so familiar. Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? she's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Transfixed! Witness my rise! Stop right there! Out of my way! Hear the echoes of the valley! Our bond is strong! Winter.
Time for retribution!
Laid bare!
No escape!
Over here! Stand with me!
Burn!
Look at me. Transfixed! Everlasting as the moon! Dissipate! Lightning purify! Overruled! Let the mountain's veins boil!
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru. Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon. Let's move on.
That was not my intention.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass. Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self. I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul-searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours. You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright? No way!
endless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
Balladeer?
Die. This is trying my patience.
Oh no.
You got all your memories back now?
Have you got any more stupid questions? The wind rises.
I'm not gonna lie, I liked him better without the memories. He's already rude as heck.
Perish! Behold! You're dead! Feeble human! I'm used to this.
Can I eat food and heal? I think I can. Okay, which one's... Oh. Oh my, okay. Huh. Well, this is all defense stuff.
The wind rises. At my command, you shall fall. Squall and fury.
I'm doing more damage somehow.
Know your place. Churn!
Okay, there we go. A lot easier with items, with like buffs, food buffs.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Wait a minute, I want to see something. There's 3 here, there's 3 there. Why is there 1 missing? Electro, hydro, cryo, animal, and... Wait, what? 2 electro. Dendro and Geo are missing. How peculiar for the design of this thing.
Welcome back, Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer. It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted. You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it. After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the sixth is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it. Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well. I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma? So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ooh, ooh, ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you, too!
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name,
Wait, do we actually get to... Oh, that's gonna be this is gonna be difficult. Oh my goodness.
No, Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Do we actually get to pick... No, they wouldn't have us...
Have you got anything?
You can obtain the item from an appellative stroke from... Drift Wanderer Animal's name. Ha! Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Oh man, I want to think this through. I want something that just seems right. I didn't know this. I did not expect this to be a thing. So I have to be very, in my opinion, or at least, I just want to, let me, oh man, I have to now do some braining. Because I really want it to be something that's like not just some stupid joke name or something stupid. I mean, names are fairly important in my opinion, at least to a degree. Ah, jeez. Oh goodness. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. This is tricky. Oh man. Seriously? I could just leave it as is, but also like again, I would really like to like personalize things instead of being uncreative. Ah, jeez. Oh man. This is so hard. I'm trying to brain and I'm... Ah, jeez. I could just make up whatever the fuck comes to... Like, think about whatever comes to mind. Ah, jeez. And I don't want to just name him after one of the characters from my things, because that's just tacky. That's just cheap. That's not even trying. I mean, I don't think he even looks like a character. Well, he makes me think of one character, but very faintly. And I don't want to name him some sort of meme, because that would just be kind of dumb and annoying, in my opinion. Come to think of it. Huh. trying to make something that sounds right. I'm trying to mix up words and stuff. Oof. This is the thing. When you're relying on Google Translate and you know that people that Google Translate isn't accurate. Oh boy. At the same time, what the heck do I care? As long as it's close. I know there are probably going to be people that are going to be like, oh, that's not actually accurate. If you actually knew the language, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care because it's just a game. I wonder. I could just mash letters together and doing an anagram though would be horrible because there's a lot of E's, a lot of R's, and a frickin' W of all the frickin' letters to deal with. I hate W's. I hate a lot of the frickin' end letters of the alphabet. Not gonna lie. Nope, that doesn't change. Wow. Okay, how about... Interesting. No. I'm trying to think of a good name with this, but I really can't. Like all of these, like I like doing this thing where I take different like words and stuff and just mash them together, like words that like make sense. But I can't even get them to sound right when I mash them together. Like in my head, I'm just like, oh, this sounds awful. Goodness gracious. Ugh, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Seriously? They don't even have a freaking translation for that? That's shit. Ugh. Goodness. Shit. Hold on, I'm gonna be muted for a bit. This is really difficult for me. This literally, all the freaking bosses, no. All the freaking annoying quests we have to do, no. Collecting rare fish, no. Naming wanderer, yeah, that's hard. That's really hard. I'll be back. What? Fuck it. This is really fucking hard. I literally cannot think of anything that feels or sounds right. If anybody's watching and has any ideas, feel free to to like type them in the script in the chat because I genuinely don't know what the fuck to name this guy and I don't want it to be Wanderer because that's obvious. I mean, I'm trying to think what kind. I could just give him a name that he just looks like, and I don't know why. God, I got. It's so stupid. Jeez. I mean, I gotta do this. What time is it? It's 6:49. It's about to be 7. I should just get on with this. I shouldn't waste time. Y'all don't probably want to sit here watching me on this screen forever, like burst my brain. So I'm just gonna name him after a freaking anime character. For some reason, this is the name that just popped in my head when I saw it when I looked at him when I look at him. So he's gonna be called Toby. I don't care.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I hate this. This is so fucking hard. I have a horrible idea, actually. I'll be right back. Oh no. I think I might just keep it because I don't know what to do.
Okay. Have you got anything?
This is really freaking hard. And I hate that Google Translate is virtually useless because it's not ever accurate apparently. Wait, what? What the fuck? What on earth is happening? Ah, goodness. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. Can I copy this? The heck? This is hard. This is hard as heck. Dang it. I can't believe this is what I'm stuck on. I am so sorry, guys. Y'all are probably mad at me, but I have to do I want to do this. Oh jeez. A BRB again, sorry. I can't do that. Fuck it, I'm just calling him Toby. I don't give a shit. His name is Toby. I don't want it to be Toby. It's too fucking... BRB again. Okay, you know what? At this rate, so I literally went and I asked my mom what the character looked like. She gave me a name. I'm like, I don't know about that. I did some research and I'm like, you know what? How about I mix part of that with part of what I came up with, just to make a new name. So guys, I don't know 100% what this means. Please do not kill me or hunt me down or come after me if this means something bad. I am not trying to do anything bad. I don't even know what the fuck it's supposed to mean. I just mashed the first name that popped into my head and the first name that popped into my mom's head when seeing this character together. So please don't at me, don't fight me. If you do, I'll ban you. And if this isn't an actual
For you,
name or
sure.
anything and it means nothing, then congrats. It's a new name, and now I'm thinking I might even use it for a character name, maybe even for my comic. Now I'm wondering. Yes,
Oh,
you know what?
all right.
No,
If you say
whatever.
so.
Whatever. 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 I don't
Now
care.
you have a
No
name of your own.
regrets.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
Still thinking. Stop rushing me!
Mushy tofu?
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one. Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
Please don't hit me, guys.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been.
I'm not saying fine to that.
What's that look for? Don't make that face. I know what I'm doing. That day will come. Alright. We're done here. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore.
Oh no, I don't. That's. I wonder if he's ever gonna pop up, but he probably will pop up again. I mean, why else would they have us name him, like, do something that important with the character?
So we can finally go eat? Paimon is starving.
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told. A journey that you must walk to behold.
Ayo, that rhymed. Those were bars. Now we're free of cutscenes. What is going on here? Oh shit, we already got all the things. Cool, I'll just, yeah. Let me just, let me do this. There's probably some mail. Claim all. Oh, a survey. I bet it's gonna be like, oh hey, did you like this event that you totally didn't partake in? And I'd be like, achievements, get. May fortune find you. Oh, cool. Thanks, game. Thanks, people who make the game. Gotta go this way. I wonder if there's a way to get the thing to last, the skates to last longer when you're not in Natlan. I doubt it. Sorry if I made y'all yawn, but also not sorry. It's late o'clock. It be that time when we get sleepy. Best to go to bed sleepy than to go to bed not sleepy.
Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Okay.
Thank you for completing today's commissions.
Here is your reward. Disgusting. More arrow bullshit.
Ad Astra
Abyssosk.
Abyssosk.
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Claim all. Dispatch again. Alrighty. And let's check this out. Congrats, you've acquired. Mm-hmm. Ah, yes, nothing new to cook. Ah, jeez. I think we should go desert exploring again. But at the same time, I also... Ugh, I need those fish. I forgot about that. Let me do that instead. Yeah, we'll start here. I don't even feel... Honestly, like... Okay, maybe I will talk a bit. So... What I was working on... So, the way things work with, like... The characters, at least the scouts specifically. Okay, I guess I should first explain what scouts are and everything. Ah, jeez, I have to explain a bunch. And this is the wrong spot. So in my comic, in Terminal Nexus, it revolves around an agency, an interdimensional agency known as Spear, which stands for Specialized Protectors Exploring All Realms. But it also stands for the 5 different guilds, which are the Scouts, the Pillars, the Entertainers, the Administrators, and the Researchers. Administrators, Researchers, and Entertainers are self-explanatory. Pillars are basically like people like the farmers, the miners, the fishers, the construction workers, the technicians, maintenance, etc. Yada yada yada. And the scouts are basically like the military force. They're basically the secret agents, in a sense. And it mainly revolves around the Scouts Guild. But it does show, like, it will show stuff from, like, the other guilds, of course. But the way the Scouts work, they're usually grouped into squadrons of up to 5, including the captain. And no less than 2, of course. And let me fish first. Okay, should be good around here, perhaps. Green. Nope. Yellow, wow. Or orange, I mean. Is it click or is it space? I think... son of a bit. I forgot how to play this game, guys. Bear with me for... I lost a bait? Are you kidding me? What the hell? Anyway. So, the way it works is that these scouts basically... They train in proficiency of like up to 3 weapons for like their primary class. And the way I like chart their stats and whatnot, it's kind of like a D&D character sheet, but for each and every single scout. And mind you, there are currently, at least as of the start of the comic, there are 30 different squadrons. So, yeah, I have to keep track of all the different stats of all the characters. And the way it works is, they all originally start at level 0. Well, originally they would have, at least back when this was actually a homebrew D&D thing.
Yeah, you nearly got him!
But...
That was a tough fight.
What was I saying? Shit. So basically, they start off with 1 on everything, and then once they get to level 1, they get with each level they level up. They require like 5 more experience to level up next time, and on top of that, they get 10 points to distribute amongst their 10 attributes. And the attributes are attack, power 1 and power 2, which are basically your magic attacks for the 2 elemental types you can have, because that's the thing, you can have up to 2 elemental types, technically speaking. Then there's your defense, so your physical defense, your magic defense, and then there's your speed, your vitality, which is your health, your agility, which is adds to your roll to hit. There's your wisdom, which basically is how good you are at hiding, hiding things, how good you are at detecting people and things that are hidden, and I think with certain things, it allows you to get hints. If I was going to implement a system where it allows you to get hints for certain kinds of like situations, if your wisdom score is within the range, like there'll be like probably like a cost. I'll probably count it as like a cost for like each hint, and the cost is different depending on the difficulty of the situation. And then there's the MP, which is basically how many times you can use your powers and whatnot. So those are the 10 stats that they each have. And on top of that, I have to not only calculate their primary class, but their subclass, because you can have up to 2 classes, and you can have both your classes be almost exactly the same except for 1. There has to be at least 1 weapon different in both of your class, primary and subclasses, because learning the same class twice would be kind of like cheap. Because the thing is, if you do have 2, if you say you have a class with like let's say Genshin terms. That would be Buster Sword, a normal sword, and a spear, a polearm. And so you have another one that's a Buster Sword, a bow, and that thing, the catalyst, whatever the heck that weird magic-y thing is. The Buster Sword, since you have it in both, it would get a double attack benefit when you use that kind of weapon, since you have it in both. So you could do the same thing and have just 2 Buster Swords, 2 normal swords, and then a bow and a spear. or something like that. And then you get 2 times damage for normal swords and big swords. But all of this, originally the leveling up system was different because it was with, so there are 36 known elemental types, and originally I was gonna have it be so that they were all just their separate thing and you could mix and match and all that jazz. But then I did a voting poll because people were like complaining, oh, 36 is a lot to remember. I'm like, okay, fine then. How about I do 18 of them be primary ones, and then 18 of them you can acquire by fusing any 2 primary ones. But in most circumstances, that means you would have to get primary ones before you can get to the secondary ones. And there was I was one of the only 2 people that voted for the original system. Everyone apparently wants art fusions. Elemental art fusions, so that's fun. And so there were 18 prime and 18 fuse arts. And when I started looking at the chart, I realized, holy shit, wait, there are a lot more combinations than there are currently fusion arts. And so I was thinking what those could be, and I'm like, oh no, I have a horrible idea. How about I make more elemental typings just cause? And when I calculated the possible amount of typings via some sort of a combination something calculator, some complicated calculator thing that just inserted some numbers in, technically there would be 9, 10, 11, 171 elements. There could be 171 elemental arts. It's pure insanity. 153 to 171 arts. Because I don't know if it originally counted like the 18. It just counted the combinations, which are so there'd be 18 primary arts and 153 fusion arts. And so I started thinking, and I came up with like 15 more on top of the 18 that I have. I'm like, oh boy. Especially when I looked at some of the characters, they're like, well, they have their 2 primary arts, so what they'd get next is an art fusion. I'm like, well, both of their primary arts don't currently have a fusion art. I'm like, why don't I make new ones and have them invent some in the comic? That would be interesting. But that also throws a little monkey wrench in the situation, because there's something where certain elements, or rather where the elements are tied to certain deities. So that makes for an interesting scenario, given the fact that people could just come up with elemental arts that didn't exist before. I could just make it where the new ones that aren't a part of the original 18 and 18 are nothing but like they can't actually become deities or anything. Like they're kind of like impure or like not natural ones in a way. Then again, some of the 1818 don't really seem to be all too natural to begin with. I mean, for crying out loud, I kid you not, there's a rubber fusion art. Or no, it's actually that's a weird thing. It's a primary art. Why'd I make that a primary art? I don't know, but in my fictional universe of comic book nonsense, it's gonna be a natural primary art, I guess. But then, now that I think about it, if the other 15 that I just created, as well as any future ones, were to be considered artificial and not have a deity, then that would mean that the 18 fusion arts that I started off with, since they were technically fused together, wouldn't that mean that those aren't eligible for that either? Maybe it is better off with only 18 deities after all. I don't know. Things are confusing. I'm still planning things out. But what I did, though, I had to go back and... So I had rankings for all of the, you know, for the scouts. But I realized their levels were all wrong because I put them in level of just, like... I gave them certain, like, strengths and weaknesses just based off of appearance. Not based off of actual experience. And, like, well, when did this person join? I'm like, oh... That person might look weaker than the other person, but they have more experience because of how long they've been at it. So technically speaking... And then I forgot to readjust the rankings of the squadrons at the beginning of the comic. I'm like, oh boy. I'm so thankful I did not make a page that shows the rankings of the squadrons yet, because I had to keep... This is like the second to third time I've had to recalculate that. Oh, another one. Wait, another one. Another one came. But yeah, I had to calculate all that nonsense in my Google Sheets and shit. And I had to make a bunch of new icons for the 15 new fusion arts that I just came up with. I still don't have their strengths and weaknesses yet, but I do know what two primary arts you mix together.
What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon?
I can stop, right? No, I can't stop. Coward. I wish I had, like, some sort of soda or just a pick-me-up, because honestly, drinking water and milk all the time is depressing. And I haven't finished the pineapple, so I can't get to the pineapple juice yet. I always leave the pineapple juice for last.
Victory is almost ours! Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already!
Okay, let's see. Is this where the fish are? Yeah. Ooh, I need 2 of each. Leah, here we go. I don't think they're going to be in this one, but let's try anyway. Man, I'm sleepy as heck.
I was watering it every day. Ugh, don't tell me I overdid it this time.
Oh, there's one. I was gonna say, if you didn't let me turn around, we'd have issues.
So close, so close! Stay cool! Whew, that was a tough fight!
Okay, 1 green and 2 orange. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Although I'm staying the heck away from Chenyu. I don't like Chenyu. It's boring as shit. Nope. Not what I came for. Why am I sleepy? I mean, it's late, but still. I don't know why I ask dumb questions. I just do. I ask dumb questions because dumb questions eventually need to be asked. I do not exist, you do not see me. Any fish I need? Nope. Wasting my time. Let me double check my... Yep, it's still working good. Okie dokie. Nope, not here. A pity. Move!
Bring it!
Please have one. No. Nope. Oh, come on. Really? All I need are 2 gold and 1 green. Is it that hard to provide me with what I need? Game, please. You know what? I kind of want to try this way. I'm not here. You do not see me. I think we admit we did it. Ugh, this pond never has what I want. What happened to the water? What? I was gonna say. And of course there are no fish. Of course. To no one's surprise, there are 0 fish. I'm not going there. I doubt there's any there. There's only like 2 places I could think of that would have it. And that's here and those 2 areas in that one area. Or something like that. Where's this shit? You know what I'm talking about. I wish I could buy specific fish. Ooh, there's of course. Of course. There we go. I just need one of each now. Oh Lord, let them be here, please. Wait a minute. I think I'm going to the ones that have the koi, not the ones that have the fish I'm looking for. So there might be more areas with the fish I need. Oh. This banks. Man. This has all green. I need one. No, wrong one.
Victory is almost ours! Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already!
Might as well take advantage. If I need more bait, I'll just craft more. Simple as that.
So close, so close! Stay cool! Whoa, nice catch! Yeah, you nearly got him! What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon?
Gotcha. Not here. Probably not in the other place, but I'm gonna check anyway, because you never know. I might have to check that place at the very end of the annoying thingy by the border. Nope. Well, only one other place I can think of. And I doubt it has it. Where the ghosty is. Oh yay, would you look at that. If this last spot doesn't have it, I'm screwed by just one little fish. One dinky little fish. Wow, I made it up here. Haha. It's here! Guys, it's the last one. It's the last spot. There's exactly one. That's exactly what I need. No! Don't be a coward. Get your stupid fishy ass over here. Freaking dumb fish. Come on. Turn around. You know you wanna. Yeah. That's what I thought.
So close, so close! Stay cool! Whew, that was a tough fight.
Heck yeah. And I can just turn all the rest of my fish into an actual fish ingredient and I can cook for once. Ha ha ha! And I have now words. That was smooth as shit. The last one. Give me that shit. Yeah, bruh. Yeah. Candace, where you at? Give me a weapon. Enhance. Refine. The final level of refinement. Heck yeah. Shanty, max. Heck to the yes. What do you require? Oh, ew. Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. Oh, well, would you look at that? Looks like we're getting materials and shit. But first... I'm gonna craft some of the condensed resin. I'm not doing character thingies, I guess, for now. I'll do them next time or whatever. Wait, I have 5? Holy shit! I don't even need to bother. All right, let's do this shit then. Where is... There you are. I'm gonna be silent while I'm doing this and also trying really hard not to fall asleep.
Laid bare.
Dissipate! I'll settle this!
Time for retribution!
Transfixed. This is where you fall. Hear the echoes of the valley.
Stand with me! Lightning, purified!
Burn!
Everlasting as the moon. Overruled.
That was pretty easy. I was expecting it to be harder. And it is really hard to not fall asleep. Let's go to bag. Let's just check this thing out again. I want to just get what I need and not what I don't need. Oh, cool. Okay, I'll do it one more time.
I'll settle this!
Your verdict is?
Transfixed. This is where you fall. Laid bare. Bring it. Let the mountain's veins boil.
Our bond is strong! Lightning, purified!
Burn!
Overruled. Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare.
Skip. Alrighty. Currently craftable, only one. We're doing this again, I guess. I mean, we got the stuff for it, might as well.
I'll settle this!
Time for retribution!
Transfixed. Witness my rise. Laid bare.
Stand with me!
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Lightning, purified! Dissipate!
Verdict is?
Overruled. Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare.
Skip. Ooh, hey, cool. We might just have enough. Let's see. And how many craftable? Oh, now we can make 4, really? Okay. Well, I guess I'm leaving the domain. Failure. Don't care.
Letting brave names echo! Stand with me! I'll settle this! Overruled!
Time for retribution!
Witness my rise! Laid bare!
Dissipate! Lightning purified!
Burn!
Everlasting as the moon! Pitiful! Overruled!
Oh, well, would you look at that? I want to get out of here again. I say it, I want to get out of here again. Don't need the freaking thing telling me I failed when I didn't even try. I can make 2. I can make... How many do I have? 7. So 1, 2. That'll make 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's just craft them all. Oh, for the love of... Oof. Well, I did my best. I did my best with that one. So what to do now? I have no clue. What time is it? It's about to be 8. Ah, jeez. I'm really silly sleepy. Return to the resting place. What the hell? I guess it's not over. I'll go from here.
Bring it!
Whew, it's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back. Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? Like, Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
Didn't Paimon break it?
You sound lost and confused.
What the fuck?
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but for anyone else, who can say? When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate, like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
Well, I feel like this is the evil lady that, like, tried to, like,
Disappeared.
you know, in the beginning, very, very beginning.
And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff? Anyway, that vase is still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up? It feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment. Paimon will be right back.
Oh, I just didn't finish it right. Okay. Oh shit. Ah. More quest shit. Damn it. I'm just gonna let me mute myself.
We should take a break after all that running around. Yeah, let's rest here for a bit.
This should be where Kokomi said to meet her. Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited Watatsumi Island. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Paimon's curious whether the resistance troops still remember you. Things on the island must have changed a lot since then. Oh, shall we take a look around?
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination and crush them. Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. This explains their aggressive posture. We could split into two teams, one to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. They'd have nowhere to run. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole line of defense disintegrated.
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrived. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack sufficient troops, I don't think we can afford to engage the enemy at this time.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely there must be another way.
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come from,
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. You've arrived just in time. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring their movements, waiting in ambush here. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams. Can we ask you to keep them occupied?
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them get away with it.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Let's meet back here afterward. Watch yourselves. We'll be back shortly.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on, let's help them get this situation under control.
the echoes of the valley!
Stand with me. I'll settle this. Our bond is strong.
Time for retribution!
Laid bare, witness my rise. Transfix. Go on.
Burn!
Dissipate. Lightning purify.
Send this quickly!
Stand with me.
Damn you! Time for retribution!
Comrades, they've set the ship on fire! An arson attack! Curse them! They leave us no choice but to attack! Comrades, let's make them regret it!
Let the mountain's veins boil. Our bond is strong. I'll settle this.
Verdict is...
Overruled.
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from Kokomi? Let Paimon see. Oh, wow. This is a whole book. Is it all Kokomi's directives?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes with me.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how complex.
Oh, understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down. Must have taken Kokomi a heck of a long time.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population return to normal life. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol, construction, and farming. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line, kicking and screaming.
The spirit of the resistance is alive and well, huh? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we could find her, Goro?
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it in person. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, please check in on the soldiers. I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They won't say. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit. I suspect there's trouble afoot.
Sounds good. again. Ready when you are.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish too? Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island wouldn't have come to peace without your efforts. I wasn't with Swordfish 2, but I did see you with Tatarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those Shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Oh, it was quite the show. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed it too. In fairness, the battle isn't long over and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Every single person looked death in the face that day. It's not an experience you forget in a hurry. Victory's declared and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back into normal life again. I think things will improve, but it's gonna take some time. I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, Watatsumi Island is safe. And all the more so now that you're back. Seriously, if there's ever anything you need, just say the word.
What a nice guy. Let's go ask some other people.
I've been here numerous times, and yet I've never gotten this. How?
Peace at last. Living the dream. Don't I know you? I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm guessing you're not with the Shogun's army. So, do you need something? Unsettled? Unsettled how? I haven't noticed anything. Not that I would, necessarily. I keep to myself, mostly. They're all too rowdy for me. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it. My life right now is about two things and two things only. The sun and the sea breeze. Sorry that I can't be more help to you. I'll tell you someone you could ask, though. San Gonamiya. She knows everything.
Huh. Seems he's about to fall asleep. Let's leave him to rest and go find someone else to ask.
Can you leave me to rest too, please? Sorry, I'm very tired, guys. I'm very tired, and I bet that if I were to get off right now and I were to continue or try working again, I'd probably wake the fuck right back up. I just have that feeling. I don't know.
Ugh, I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break. Why would she agree to that?
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryo Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the Fatui and plan to continue their attacks.
Wait, for real? You're sure of this?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together firsthand.
I knew it! The Tenryo Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Excellency to take them at their word, isn't it?
Shh! Keep your voice down. Someone's coming.
Hey there! What you talking about?
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing just now?
No, let's not mention it. He's one of her closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talks could have been his idea.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should probably play it safe.
Welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report here. Everything is A-okay.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish, Captain.
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going on there. But if they aren't gonna talk, we might as well head over to the village.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryou Commission with goods purchased on Watatsumi Island. I knew something was off about a Tenryou Commission merchant doing business here. So, what do you have to say for yourself, huh?
I'm innocent.
Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away.
Wait!
Kokomi, there you are! Something's going down over here. You should take a look, pronto!
Your Excellency, this merchant is suspected of criminal activity, so we seized him for questioning. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's highly probable that he has been supplying the Tenryou Commission behind the scenes.
I haven't.
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. In and out. Better? Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of Watatsumi Island. But before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, we must give him the chance to explain himself. If he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely accused. This is Watatsumi Island. We deal in facts, not opinions. Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here. Perhaps you could explain your side of the story to help me reach a verdict.
Of course, I can explain everything. I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling until the prices went up, but then, but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now, you think about that. First I lose all my inventory, then I get treated like a criminal.
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took his goods. And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands. They're in this together.
What? The Tenryou Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first I've heard of it. I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with me?
Would the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? Seems unlikely to Paimon. We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be colluding right now. But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers mention the exact same thing. Kokomi, do you know anything about it?
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral location. Kujo-Sara and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss future plans in detail. But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui. Allegedly, their goal is to completely wipe out Watatsumi Island. If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the Kamisato clan could be involved. Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen by the Fatui?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I'll bet that's where that hideout is.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are serious. We will retrieve your goods, and if everything is in order, it will prove your innocence. However, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryo Commission, I expect you to fully comply with our investigation. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? Good. I look forward to seeing how you've progressed lately. I also have a few new things to teach you. Alright, follow me.
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryo Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Bring it!
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp. Who knows why the Fatui occupied it?
Looks pretty heavily guarded. How are we supposed to get in?
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't given away our position so far. Our enemy's in the light while we are in the shadows. Strategically, we have the upper hand. I think we have 3 options available. Option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is weak at present. Nothing more than a few scattered remnants. If we strike from above and take down their leader first, the rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious fight. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example, a store of gunpowder cakes. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, it would deal them a devastating blow. They'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and fighting capacity would be severely impaired. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the water vapor, you add a touch of lightning, and together we can shock them into submission.
Wow, that's our grand strategist. It's a lot to think about, though. Which option should we choose?
That will depend on our assessment of our own abilities. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution, but requires superior combat skills. With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle, but absolute stealth would be required during the operation, or we'd risk exposing ourselves. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. So, which is your preferred option? It seems that you share my strategic sensibilities. This is my preferred tactic. It places us in the least amount of danger. Let's work together to give them the surprise of their lives.
Rest and rebuild!
Damn it, there's no way I could fucking do this. I despise that. Oh Oh, damn it. There we go. I had to change my I had to change my party because honestly, see, no, I'm sorry, I'm temporarily switching out.
Let's go gather some.
The explosion was roughly the size I expected. Hopefully we've given them a fright.
You can't run!
I'll bury you!
Stand with me!
Killjoy! We only just begun! You can't
Laid bare. Everlasting as the moon! Transfixed!
Can't see? Let's nip that in the bud.
Allow me!
Our bond is strong! Lightning, purify!
Burn! You haven't seen the last of us.
Overruled! Witness my rise! Transfixed!
Looks like I went too far.
I hear everything.
Rest and rebuild! Torrents, bring refuge!
Dissipate!
Verdict is...
Excellent work.
All thanks to your genius tactics.
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength of those executing them. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved. Victory never belongs to a single person.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a pretty big contribution, huh? Hey!
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying low in a Hilichurl camp. Presumably, they've been operating out of here in secret for quite some time. What's their objective? Are the soldiers right? Could they really be in collusion with the Tenryou Commission? Let's scour the camp for evidence. If the merchant story is true, the inventory should be here.
All right, time to take a look around.
Is it time to go?
So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look a little past their best. Is this really all they had to eat? Hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? There's a lot of stuff. Some of it has the Tenryou Commission emblem. Yep, this has gotta be it. Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials. This is way too dangerous. We should tell Kokomi right away and figure out the best way to deal with it. Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's stuff! Look!
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. And he was probably stockpiling them until he could make a
BRB.
handsome profit. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items, so the idea that he was supplying them doesn't make a lot of sense. In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite as scandalous as Matsuda and Uchimura had imagined.
He's hardly a saint, though, right? How could he stockpile things that people are desperate for? We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go, are we? It doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, I had already foreseen this. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach the people at a reasonable price. If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely he ever would have ended up in this predicament.
Kokomi, you think of everything!
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui, for example. I'm still completely stumped. The low energy doesn't exactly help.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Come on, let's take the goods back. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of this resolved before it starts.
Got it! First we mend the peace, then we attend the feast!
Rhymes.
Bring it!
My goods! You got them back, huh? Thank you, Your Excellency. And thank you, Captain. You see, I told you I was innocent.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily planned the whole thing with the Fatui in advance.
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to suggest he had any correspondence with them. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some evidence of it.
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods. As agreed, this is sufficient to establish his innocence.
Apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue. All brawn and no brains coming to me with your crazy conspiracies. Lay off me next time, got it?
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential goods is a crime under the temporary decree. You must bear the consequences. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the accepted rates, there will also be a fine, the amount of which...
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the principle of clear and consistent rewards and punishments. Just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious allegations leveled at you, but this does not exempt you from bearing the consequences of your mistakes.
Wait a minute,
Well, don't just stand there. Take him away. Time to pay up.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave you to sift through and try to track down the owners. I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on it. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case, but our people know what they saw. Something is going on between the Tenryo Commission and the Fatui. I know the peace talks are coming up, so please keep an open mind.
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it further consideration. I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya Shrine. Why don't you come along for the walk? Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you.
I honestly hate this kind of shit, the walking stuff. It's kind of annoying, but whatever.
It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine. You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the shogun's existence, despite not venerating her as the shogunate do. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. Mistrust has become deep-rooted over time. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go eventually.
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You need to take better care of yourself, okay? All of our fates depend on you.
Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the Shogun's army, peace is not something that can simply be declared. If we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will have died in vain.
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over. We should be grateful to be at peace once more.
I know, it's just... we should remain strong in these negotiations. We mustn't be too ready to compromise.
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options carefully, and be sure to proceed appropriately.
Wonderful. We're all counting on you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place like this. Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya, I'll be one very happy mother. You're a kind and gracious leader. She'd be in very good hands. I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency directly, she must make the most of it. I mean, Just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but so mature and intelligent. My daughter has always looked to you as a role model.
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for her.
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year. Let me bring you up to speed on the latest situation.
Oh, Your Excellency!
Dude,
Isn't this the captain of Swordfish
please
2?
stop. You're
Will he
you're
be
gonna
based on
overwhelm her and
Watatsumi Island from now on?
overwork her.
Your Excellency!
Yo.
Please, remain calm, everyone. I'll get around to all your queries. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the shrine. Then I can respond to each one as and when I have the time.
I feel that.
Are you alright?
Honestly,
Me too. It does get pretty annoying.
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items. I'm beginning to worry that they've been stolen.
Oh, we retrieved those already. No need to worry.
Really? That's fantastic! You never cease to amaze us, Your Excellency. I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today on the development of the textiles industry.
Right now?
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely. We're just waiting for you.
I see. I was hoping to take a walk around the island with you, but it looks like we'll have to save that for some other time.
this feels like me as a DM back when I
Let's
was
rendezvous tomorrow at the
DMing.
entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine. Then we'll go and make preparations for the victory feast.
Everybody wants a piece of you. Everyone wants you to work on stuff.
Just to be clear, we're talking lots of delicious food, right?
That's the name of the game. There'll be some Watatsumi Island specialties, which I'm sure you'll enjoy.
Great! See you tomorrow then!
Should be a bit better bandaged up like this. Bring it!
weird. She doesn't seem like the type to show up late to things. Let's wait a little longer. How is she still not here? Do you think she could be in trouble? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she's gone.
So strange. Guess we should just call it a rain check then?
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for such a scenario in her general operational directives. Let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, direct them to proceed southward until they arrive at a tree with purple foliage. The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing, and even then, only when the visitor in question is of VIP status. As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times. I'm sure this is the right course of action.
Kokomi really does think of everything. All right, let's find the place she wrote about and have a look.
Yep.
Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look. Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up and get things ready for the victory feast today. What happened?
It's you. I apologize. I'm not feeling my usual self today.
You got sick? We'll go find a doctor right away!
No, it's nothing like that. It's just... my energy is completely spent.
You run on energy? You mean you're like a ruin guard?
No, it's just a figure of speech. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I can't always be the infinitely capable person I present myself as. You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide how I'm feeling. I'll keep working at it. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on military strategy and perhaps become an advisor. Constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines, making sure everyone gets the recognition they deserve. It's such hard work. You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence, while also commanding their respect. It doesn't come naturally to me. And truth be told, it's something I never wanted for myself. But because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being the Divine Priestess, sooner or later. Like it or not, it's just the way it is. So, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come here to just lose myself in a book and relax for a while. Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparations for the victory feast to someone else. I have to make a speech tonight, and I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that something could be wrong. This peace was hard-won, and I want them to feel at ease.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. If only there was some way I could listen to a good read on military strategy. I'm sure that'd speed up the process. I was reading a book last time I was here, but I only got about halfway through. Oh, where did I put it?
We'll find it for you. And then we'll read it out to you to help you recover.
You do that for me? Thank you. I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Whoa, look at all these petitions. So does Kokomi make time to deal with these even when she's resting? Sangonomiya Events Cash Flow Statement. Consolidated Annual Report on Fishing Production. Watatsumi Island Monthly Maintenance Expenses Breakdown? This is a lot of work for one person, and it's on top of all the directives she has to write and the people she has to meet day to day. It's no wonder she gets burnt out from time to time. Let's track down that book and help her feel like herself again. Hey, look! Could this be the book she wanted? Swordfish Captain came back today. Energy +4.
That's just,
How much did she end up with at the end? -7, -9, -7, -12, -8, -11. Ew.
Give it here.
Guess that was the wrong one. Let's keep looking. It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other books have one, so she must have finished reading those already. Ooh, it's pretty dense. Paimon doesn't understand a thing. Well, let's take it over and read it to her. Kokomi, is this the book you wanted?
I'm not sure, actually. Could you read a bit out loud? Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
Kokomi? Kokomi! Oh no, she's fallen asleep. What are we gonna do?
Leave her be.
The victory feast. Not to mention that the peace talks are just around the corner. She's got so much to do. You sure that's a good idea?
Yes, from experience.
She does look pretty exhausted. Guess there's still some time to go, too. Alright, let's keep her company while she rests.
Avoid disaster. Protect peace at all costs. The war's over. Things are slowly getting better. Oh. Did you see? What time is it? Did I fall asleep?
Yep, you've been out for ages. It's nearly time for the feast.
I can't believe it got so late.
This is why you set alarms.
I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. That's gotta be 3 whole energy points right there. Should be enough to see me through the peace talks. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there. It's nearly time to light the bonfire.
Woohoo! Kokomi's back to full energy! Good to have you back.
Bring it!
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the festivities begin.
Oh, how much energy will that take? Do you think you've got enough?
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you two, I recovered more quickly than usual.
That's great! We'll be rooting for you.
Welcome, everyone! Today is the day that we celebrate our victory. Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the abolition of the Vision Hunt Decree. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for peace talks. I give you my word that I will strive for peace for Watatsumi Island once and for all. Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout.
Selkie.
Truly, it is only through those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and enjoy our hard-won victory. Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. I'm so glad it's all going smoothly. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. Could I ask you to go around and see what information you can gather? I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui. And I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peace talks.
Okay, sure. We'll go ask around.
Bring it!
Let's get down to business. It's my lucky day. Watatsumi Island is finally at peace, and it's all thanks to Her Excellency, Sangonomiya. Recently, let me think. Well, the
Not
biggest
gonna
thing
lie, I'm
for us
tempted to
is
end it
that
at
we can
9
finally get
in like
back
4
out on the
minutes.
ocean to fish. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little fish and shrimp we could get our hands on closer to shore. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor kids were crying all day and night, but there was just nothing I could do. We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long, trying to keep it together until the morning. At least things are finally improving now. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service. Here, have a fish. It's freshly caught, so it's a bit, fishy. But it's fine.
Oh, no. We couldn't possibly.
Ah, come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight. Her Excellency always teaches us to repay kindness with gratitude.
Okay, well, thanks. Come on, let's go talk to some others.
Got 3 minutes. Jeez, I'm really fucking sleepy. And it might be because I've stuffed myself. Or because it's late. Or I work a lot. Goodness gracious. Oh dear. And whether I manage to take a nap or work a bit and then take a nap or whatever happens, I'm not really sure because I know with certain games like Stardew that honestly I'm not gonna lie, Stardew kind of seems pointless. And like when I'm doing something that it feels kind of pointless, I kind of get tired and sleepy. So I don't know if it's that I feel like doing this is kind of slightly pointless. I mean, I hope it's not. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm sorry if I'm not able to like stream it as often. I think what it is just I want something new, or I want like to go back to the main Archon like quest stuff. But at the same time, like I don't know. I feel I don't know. I kind of want to do something different. Because I've been streaming this game for a long time. What is this, episode probably like 74? Let me check. This one would be stream number 74. Let me see. Is it 74? Might not be. Let me check. Playlist. According to this, it would be... Can I look? Can I see? It would be... Yeah, I was right. This is stream number 74 of this. That's a lot of streams. And like Stardew, I've done 42 of them already. Well, no, not 42. I've done probably less than that because there's probably times where it cut. Yeah, I've done 38 actually. But like, again, Dicey, I wasn't making good progress. I was frustrated because of that. And it was just overall frustrating. I don't like frustrating games. Maybe I should talk a bit more and I'll be less sleepy. Thing is, I can't talk over people like talk. That's the one thing I like. I sometimes like having. I don't know. It's just maybe I should just do things. If there was a way I knew what quests had. What's it? Or I guess I could just pause like this before continuing with any like voice cut scenes because I don't like talking over the voice lines and stuff because I mean VAs and stuff. But what is it? But like Dicey was frustrating. I'm glad it's over, I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad I got to make my own decision to a degree on that one. Stray I do like, but it like I'm gonna say this. I like that it's something new. I'm interested to see where the story goes. It's just I feel like there were some things that I thought were optional, and they're starting to slowly seem like they were actually just stuff for later on in the story that was necessary. So it doesn't feel like there's like optional little collectibles. It doesn't feel like you have to go and get it. It feels like it's all required, which I don't know how I feel about that because I don't know. That and also just the environment and everything. Just everything feels weird. I'm not used to it. The story, the gameplay, the fact that it's practically just a walking. It feels like a walking simulator with like a few little button prompts. It feels really weird. The game feels weird. That paired with the fact that like despite everybody's hype back then when it first came out about the game, it is so fucking glitchy and has so many graphical errors. I'm surprised that it has so many. Now the story is good, the lore is interesting, so I don't hate it, and I definitely want to continue playing it. As for Stardew, it feels pointless right now. There's all it is get a take 20 years to get a boatload of money to get something else, then get 20,000 more years to get another boatload of money and blah blah blah. The only thing that seems like somewhat of an achievement is romancing people, but honestly, I'm not attracted to them. I'm not attracted to any of the characters. I mean, for crying out loud, they're 8-bit for fucking crying out loud. And also just, yeah. I swoon more over furry characters than human characters, honestly. Then the other thing is, what other games? There's just this game. I don't want to go. I was scared of like progressing the Natland questline too much because of the fact that Natland came out fairly recently. So I've been doing side quest lines, but like I don't know. I feel like some of the story is like I don't know why it's like I'm kind of slowly getting bored of doing the whole fishing and monster grinding and item grinding and XP grinding and like when I do some of that stuff too, like I can do some of the exploration shit. I don't know. It feels a bit odd. It's kind of like Breath of the Wild. I played Breath of the Wild. I actually played it twice. I beat it the second time around, and I played Tears of the Kingdom, and I could not. The moment I got to the Tears of the Kingdom, I could not continue. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't get far, and I regretted it because it felt like the same shit but harder, and I didn't enjoy that. Because I mean, sandbox slash open or like open world games, they're fun and all, but they kind of like eat up so much of your time, and it kind of after a while it just kind of feels like just idly, just running around getting random shit for no good reason, and then after all the hard work you've done, you get to where you need to go. You get to the store or whatever it is to craft, and it's like, oh, I grabbed like 9,000 items. Oh, guess what? You need none of those. So you need to go back out there and do it again, but look in very specific spots that are really hard to find to get really hard to find items. Like, I don't want the hard to find items. What about the items I have? Why is that not good enough? Like, why can't I just idly explore and it not, and like, why can't it just matter? Because it sometimes feels like it doesn't matter. You pick up like 9,000 objects and they're useless. They're absolutely garbage. Like now I'm so high leveled that all the weapon experience things, I can go exploring for 4 hours in a stream. And pick up like a shit ton of chests, get a lot of percentage out of the way of a region, of a country, and then it's like, well, all that stuff levels up your weapon 1 level. Really? I don't know. It just feels like the stuff I'm doing is kind of pointless and stupid. Because, I mean, I leveled up Candace's weapon and all that, but is that going to make her better? I don't know. What I really want are things that give me Prima Gems. And I guess that's where the quests are. My issue with the quest is, like, it's not that I have anything against voice acting. Trust me, I love my voice acting. I don't know what it is, though, with this game. I feel like everyone talks in a fucking poem or like over explains shit, and it's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate this game, but I don't love this game. I'm kind of getting tired because it feels like the same old formula with like the writing. It just seems like, yes, complicated conversation, complicated conversation, complicated conversation, complicated conversation. Bore me. Why don't you make me fall asleep? Why don't you? But then there's certain ones like there are the like small little interactions that are nice that I do enjoy. I really enjoy, like, I really like the whole thing that we had with Sango no Miya today with, is her name Sango no Miya? Shit, I can't believe I forgot her name. I'm pretty sure it's Sango no Miya though. And how it showed how overworked she is, because that's relatable. I've been there. I've been overworked. And not just like it's not even like at work. I've even been, when I was a DM, as I said, I was overworked. I was doing almost everything by myself, and then when I wanted help, nobody really wanted to help except for like maybe one person. Mind you, that person themselves is busy with stuff, so I can't expect them to do stuff. I try to get other people to help to lighten the workload on me and that other person. And then the person's like, I don't want to do the work. But then they want things in return. And it's like, well, if you want things in return, you're going to have to do the work. Because like one of the things, I made a trade-off of like, okay, so if you want information that's technically spoilers, you're going to have to be involved in the work process. So I got like 2 people involved in the work process in exchange. That was the agreement. And then they just kept complaining and complaining. I'm like, just because the information you got was not exactly to your liking 100% of the time does not mean that I didn't deliver on my part of the promise. I gave you the spoilers. I gave you the information. I even let you influence some future shit. But I can't let you influence everything. If there's something I have learned when directing a project, it's that you have to let your subordinates know that while yes they are helping and yes they can contribute, they are not the director. They don't get the final say. If it is your project, it is your project. People are helping, and that's okay. Giving them credit where it's due is the right thing to do. But don't let your subordinates tell you what to do all the time. Don't let them have a little hissy fit because they don't agree with a certain plot point or anything, and then basically tell you that you should change it. Like, no, you're the director. If people can't really handle that, I would just say, just don't bother working with them. Don't have, like, be very careful when you have a project and you're working on it with a group of people. Make sure you can get people who are trustworthy, and most of all, people who are actually mature. Not people who say they're mature just because they make pee-pee poo-poo jokes. Like, that's mature and shit. Because having foul language and nasty jokes does not make you mature. It's how you respond to certain situations. Whether you let your emotions control you or you control them. And I'm not saying that people cannot have emotions, because a lot of immature people would say, "Oh, you're just telling me to just bottle up my..." No, don't bottle up your emotions. Just know and learn when and where is the right time and place, and when and where is not the right time and place. That is the key to maturity, at least from my perspective. Granted, what do I know? I'm not 70 years old, but again, as I like to say, age does not equal maturity all the time. I've experienced this countless times where older people than me lack maturity. Then again, I can't say that I'm a saint either. I've had my fair share of shortcomings. Also, I love how I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I want to end this stream. And then instantly I start talking about life things and stuff and about the games. I like talking about things. I think the reason why I'm tired is because I need to be talking and doing things that interest me to a degree. I am still tired though, so I should probably I might probably stop soon, or maybe. Jeez. The thing is, I don't like the idea, because I'm not gonna lie. The past few streams, while there have been like a lot of like voices over things, I'm not gonna lie, I've been taking like very brief power naps until I have to like click something, because I'm always sleepy at the wrong times and energetic at the wrong times. You could see me from morning to afternoon, morning to noon, and partway through the night, I will be sleepy as shit the whole day. But then, come 1 a.m., I shoot up like a lightning bolt, and I can't sleep because I'm so jittery and excited about about certain story arcs and planning and the magic and combat system and whatnot. That's also kind of the problem actually with my comic. I'm struggling hard because it is starting off slow. I didn't want it to start off slow, but I can't find a logical way to make it start off fast. Because if I were to make it start off fast, it would be a bit too crazy and it would be nonsensical. And I hate that kind of writing. I hate things where it's just like, boom, explosion happens and things go crazy and this and that. Like, it's cool if you can do that, but also I'm not an A+ writer. I've nearly failed almost every English class I've had in high school. And even in middle school too. And it's not because I don't know how to speak English or whatever. It's just because writing is so fucking boring. Because they want you to write dumb shit and whatnot, and it's just not my forte. It's even worse as an socially awkward person to write stuff about social interactions because I don't exactly know how everyone's going to socially interact at times. And I worry actually sometimes with my writing that all my characters might seem like they're all the same because, for all I know, I'm just writing a bunch of. I'm writing as if it's a bunch of Kalins talking to each other. I mean, I try not to, but I don't know if I'm doing well or not. I hope I am. I can't really. It's not like I could show you guys my work so far. That would be spoiling it. I did have a preview, but printing them myself is expensive and inefficient. And now I'm at the point where I'm low on money and resources, so any sales I could make, I would appreciate it. There is a link in the in the chat. You probably see it actually on the left side of my screen, slightly like semi-transparent there. I do have merch for my comic book and all that jazz. The pins are all already like made. I have a set stock. Shirts are made to order. But I do have a few that are already pre-made from the Christmas sales. Hold on, I have to do this. I need eel meat. I should cook. It's funny how I enjoy the cooking more than I enjoy the dialogue. What is wrong with me? I enjoy the dumb little mini game. But oh jeez, what is wrong with me? You know what? I'll come back to this. I need to cook some shit. Funny enough, I don't know if I said this earlier at the beginning, but I had just gotten off like from not only making icons for stuff, but I also oh jeez, my throat is so dry these days. And water, honestly, I feel like my water is making my mouth drier somehow. I don't know why, but that seems to happen. And then I drink something like fruit juice or fruit soda or something, and it doesn't get that dry. I don't understand. It's supposed to be the opposite, but whatever. Water's supposed to quench your thirst. Then why do I feel dry as the Sahara Desert? But the thing is, I was cooking, actually, pasta. And I want to cook more things. I want to learn more recipes, perfect the recipes. I want to, like, amass a library of recipes of food I like. Because I need to try more things. I need to eat more things. And eating the same shit over and over again is not really... It's not doing it for me, guys. It's not doing it. I mean, it's gone to the point where I have given myself, as I call, ramen sickness, where I have eaten so many packaged cheap ass ramens, that top ramen, that Maruchan stuff, and this is not what I wanted to do. Anyway, and honestly, I have gotten sick of the taste of it. I have to like dump in a crap ton of like seasonings and spices and shit just so that I don't feel ill. Because if I just cook it straight up normally, I will feel ill. The taste makes me want to hurl. I would eat some fancier ramen if I A, wasn't broke, B, the Asian markets were closer, C, had my license, and D, if they'd actually list the damn prices on the shelves. And actually give an itemized receipt instead of a receipt that just tells you your grand total and not what each item costed. Yeah, I'm talking about you, YJ Market. Other Asian markets I've been to don't pull that crap with me. They don't pull that crap. They actually show you how much it costs for each item. My other issue though with some of the Asian markets is that even the bigger ones, there was a period of time where there was like when I first went, there was a lot of stuff, and nowadays it's like, yes, all we have are prawn crackers and cheese puffs, nothing else. I'm like, I hate both of those. Like, what happened to my garlic butter puffs? What happened to my ramen pushu pushu crunchy chip thing? What happened to the? Why is there only like one brand of honey butter chips now? Like, weird. Like the better brand is missing. I think it was Kalbi or whatever, and now they have one that's like not that one. It's a different one that has like a honeybee on it, and it has like this old school looking kind of like artwork that looks kind of rustic a little. What did that just glitch? I think it just did. Wait a minute, I didn't even check if I could cook more stuff with the 99 fishies. Let me go do that. I love how I went on such a random ass topic. I just want to talk about stuff that interests me. I don't want to talk about I just want to talk. I want to talk. I get bored if I don't talk. How's this doing? That's okay. Okay. So let's I need onions. Onions and potatoes. No. I bet she don't have any. She's gonna be like, sorry, we don't eat that shit here. Onions, yes, and potatoes, hallelujah. I actually need onions. I was supposed to make a thing of like hash browns, scrambled eggs, fried diced onions, and I was gonna put some diced fried mushrooms as well into like a weird hash brown bowl of sorts. I wanted to do that, but we don't have onions. I did make the lemon butter herb pasta again. I miscalculated the lemon juice. I should have put 3 tablespoons instead of having it and forgetting to like. Oh wait, no wait, hold on, wait. If it's so it's half. Oh God, what's half of 1.5? 1.25? No, wait. It would be 0.5 plus 0.25. What the hell? Okay, wait. Hold on. I need to calculate this. I need to go back and figure out where I went wrong with that pasta. 1.5 divided by 2 equals 0.75 plus 1.5 equals 2.25. So 2 in a really tiny amount. So, okay, I was off by I'm pretty sure it was by 0.75 because it was, yeah, that was half, and then there's the 2.5, so that would be 50 plus 25 is 75. So yeah, it was 0.775. I was off by 0.75 of a tablespoon on the lemon juice, which is why it tasted really not so sour. It didn't taste sour at all. It was supposed to be slightly sour, and it wasn't even. Next time I'll get it right. Hopefully next time I won't be cooking for like 6 people. When in reality, it was only me eating it. I'll just add leftover lemon juice that I had, if anything. If there's still pasta left, my dad didn't eat it all. If he did, that's fine. As long as he enjoyed it, as long as it didn't go to waste, I'm okay. Because I hate when people, I hate when people say, "Oh yeah, I'll eat from your food," and then you give them the food, and then they don't want to eat it, and then they eat something else, and then they leave the food there, and the food gets moldy and rotten, and then you pour your blood, sweat, and tears to something that nobody gave a shit for. Let me cook this. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of partial. This is partially fucking random. It's just a thought that passed in my head. But when I do get married, I kind of want to be the spouse that does the cooking. I mean, I wouldn't mind if my wife cooked as well, but like, I want to cook. I know that it's probably unrealistic in this day and age where the economy is such shit that both that in a couple if they live on their own, just the two of them, they're probably gonna have to both be working just to support the freaking rent and shit and the bills because of how expensive the cost of living is, which is stupid. Honestly, I wonder why I was born in this fucking time era. But if I was born earlier, I'd probably get I'd probably be the victim of some sort of hate crime, given the fact that I'm a furry. Um, so I guess I'm partially thankful that I was not born in any other time period. I just really wish, oh jeez, I really wish the cost of living wasn't such ass. Okay, what was I saying? But yeah, if I could, I'd want to be the house husband. Honestly, I don't mind cleaning if it's cleaning my mess and my wife's mess. I don't mind cleaning if I am cleaning after people I love and people that actually love me in return and don't just say they love me and treat me kind of like garbage. Um, I'm okay with cleaning up after people that care about me and that I care about in exchange. I'm okay with cooking for people that I care about and that care about me. I'm okay with cooking. I love cooking. I love cooking. I'm not gonna lie, I love cooking. I just don't like cooking in a fast-paced, high-pressure environment that's extremely hot with no proper ventilation and all that jazz, aka food service, which I've done before and was hell. Excuse me. Especially when they're like, you're good at this one task. We're going to make sure you stay on that task for the rest of your time working here, and we're never going to let you progress. And then the one time they let you, you fumble, and like, see, we told you weren't going to be good at it. This is why we don't let you on. I'm like, dude, I'm not good at it because this is my first fucking time. It was the same thing with cashier in my other job. Not my last job, but the second to last job that I had. I was hired as a cashier. I was working as a maintenance man, as like a janitor and a stalker. I was supposed to be at the register. They didn't teach me until like the end of my second year. They put me on for 5 minutes when it wasn't busy, and then they took me off and told me to go clean the bathrooms and shit. And then they never put me on ever again. And then I was scheduled 2 days, 1 to 2 days a week, and then on top of that, they had me on call as well when I was not. It's not an on-call job. I'm not no doctor, surgeon, whatever on call. No. And if I am supposed to be on call, then you ought to be paying me for it, because that's some horseradish. That on-call shit. I don't know why I'm talking about that though. Back to foodstuffs though. I really want to do that whole list of like different dishes and stuff that I make. I've made things in the past. I want to remake them again though because it's been such a long time that I don't think I think I've gotten rusty. So I want to make sure I have my memory sharp and I have actual concrete recipes. I know I have a traditional ramen recipe from like kind of from scratch. The only problem is I can't really make it because it requires a lot of stuff in the Asian markets and one, expensive, two, far away. So not happening. But I was able to make the lemon butter herb pasta. I really want to learn how to make my own knishes, but that's really freaking hard because like the knishes that we did get from somewhere, I forgot from where it was, but they had them somewhere. They're really hard to find normally. They're mainly sold in like, I know they're like a thing in like New York. And if you don't know what a knish is, it's basically a deep fried mashed potatoes that are seasoned, and they're really freaking good. And they're just so good. I want to learn how to make those from scratch. I want to make French onion soup, but more to my liking because I've had a few, and usually they'd be like one crouton, one single shred of cheese, a lot of beef broth, and a crap ton of very soggy onions. I'm like, ew. It's all slimy and shit. Like, where's the cheese? And especially, where's the croutons? Because I like my croutons. I want to make vegetable samosas. I've had them a few times. I love vegetable samosas. What else? What else? There's other shit. There's a bunch of other shit. like a blooming onion. I want to learn to make. Oh man, I know there's other stuff. One crazy thing I would like to make, because I remember there was this ice cream place that would like make ice cream, but it was liquid nitrogen frozen ice cream or something. It was weird because they would put it on a table. It was like cream, and it was on this like metal table. They just like pour it on there, and then pour on the liquid nitrogen, and it would come out like this like weird thing, and then they would scrape it up into little weird scoops or rolls or something and put it in the thing. And I want like I would get taro flavored. The place either moved or closed down or something. I haven't been able to like I don't even remember what it was called, but it was so good. I love the texture of it because it's like it was icy cold, of course, 'cause it's ice cream. But it was like crispy, crunchy, and then it would like melt in your mouth afterwards, like while it's still crunching. It was the most like one of the most satisfying textures I've ever had. And I love taro flavored things. I love taro. I love taro ice cream, taro milk tea, taro buns. God, I miss those taro buns from that first Asian market. There were all these ew, what was that? My words were not working and I almost sounded like I had a lisp. There were these teas. They were like Mako brand, like MECO, and I think it was like citrus or just fruit infused black teas that were cold. They were so addictive and so good. And they were, at first I thought they were good for my gut because whenever I drink some, I would actually like be, you know, duty calling and all that shit naturally, normally, because I've had some issues with that. I know this is probably like, ew, why are you talking about that? Grow up. It's a natural thing in life, okay? You'll start to worry about this as you get older, I guess. Not like any of y'all aren't old enough already. But I eventually found out when I was checking the expiration date. I just happened to look at it. It was expired. I'm like, ha. And then I looked at the one that I drank a while ago that was in the garbage bin, and the date was also expired. I'm like, wait, have I been buying expired? Wait, has this store been selling expired teas? And I checked and I went to the store, and surely enough, all of their teas were expired. And I'm like, isn't that like bad? Like, isn't that against like certain regulations that you're not supposed to have stuff in stock that's out of expiration date? Granted, I see that now a lot of days, or a lot of times these days, I see stores that are like, yes, we have stuff for cheap, like in Ollie's or something or whatever, and it's like $1 because it's like 3 months expired. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? People are buying this shit. People are like, I get it, it's cheap, but I still don't understand because it's like. It's Best Buy, so I guess it's still not necessarily bad for you. But then again, my mom shared with me a horror story of a cousin of hers, I think, that died due to packaged food that was out of the expiration date. I'm like, there's a reason why it's called an expiration date.
Our bond is strong.
Wait, where am I right now? What town is this? I don't even know. Oh no, this is the same. This is in Azuma City. Okay, it's just a weird spot. It's just the beginning of it. I love how I've wasted now half an hour talking about life shit. Because I don't want to I want to talk about stuff that interests me and not listen to dumb conflicts of war. That's my issue with, like, it's just, is that an octopus wearing a headband? Wait, do you actually sell shit? Watch him sell is it takoyaki? I think it's takoyaki. Oh, that's cute. I'm just gonna buy them just for the sake of it. That's very cute. I'll just have that just cause. What even is dango? I think I know what it is, but I'm not sure. It's like those It's like I've seen an emoji of it. It's like like three little balls of like rice cake or something on a stick, and one of them's white, one of them's yellow, one of them's like, or one of them's white, one of them's pink, and one of them's like like matcha green or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyways, wow. I seriously said I'm going to bed now. Half an hour later, keeps talking about life shit. But I like talking about my life. And if you find that boring, then go watch somebody else. Because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to care. Because, honestly, even if I was being paid, I honestly still wouldn't give two shits. I'm not going to lie. I wish I was being paid. Or at least I wish I was making sales. I mean, I did make sales, but that same day I learned the horrors of the food truck, because I was incredibly naive as to how expensive they were. Note to anybody, while I would like to support small businesses, I'd say it's better to buy from a small business, like a local little restaurant, than buy from a food truck. It's better to buy takeout than sit in, because then you'll have to pay tips. And I get it, everyone's all about tipping culture and this and that and whatnot, and they don't earn much. I heard they're trying to get rid of the, what is it? The taxes, like, trying to stop the government from taxing, or the companies from taxing people who make a living off of tips alone, which I can't believe they even fucking tax that in the first place. Like, what kind of fucking, what am I living in? What kind of country am I living in that they do that? That's kind of messed up to begin with. And then on top of that, what was the other thing I was gonna say? Honestly, like I know, support local restaurants, and honestly support local restaurants over fast food chains, unless the local restaurant starts gouging their prices, because that's happened. We would eat at a Chinese food place that we just discovered. Nobody would really go there. We're like, wow, it's really good. We tell everybody about it, and then the moment they gain popularity, they start gouging their prices, just like McDonald's, just like Burger King. They're really no different. The only small businesses you can trust are ones that don't try to gouge their prices when they become popular, because it's kind of messed up. If you don't need that much money to not only support the company but to support yourselves, don't start price gouging. Don't do it. Keep your prices the same. Unless the cost of ingredients increases, keep your prices the same. Don't price gouge just because you get all starry-eyed now that this one regular customer has told the whole damn town about your little tiny place. Don't do that. Don't let the fame and fortune get to you. Otherwise, I'd rather be cooking my own shit at my own house. Oh, there's another thing. There's Indomie goreng. I know this sounds kind of well. I'm still talking about food, so I don't think it's that off the mark. But it's back to the whole food thing. I want to like try to recreate Indomie goreng, but like from scratch, so that I don't have to go to an Asian market, drive like an hour or more away, spend an unknown, obscene amount of money that's not told to me up front to buy some packages of mee goreng. I want to make it myself. I want to replicate the kind of flavor. I know that it has some sort of chili paste, some sort of soy sauce, some sort of seasoning oil that's like kind of clear with like some white and some like dark brown to black little things in it. Not sure what they are. They're interesting. There's like this seasoning thing. I don't know, just this dried seasoning thing. And then there's I think they're deep fried shallots. So all I know is really just some soy sauce, some chili paste, and some deep fried shallots, as well as some sort of oil and some sort of seasoning. Whatever it is. I want to do research and I want to figure out how the fuck to make it myself, because I don't want to keep buying. I don't want to have to keep driving an obscene amount of distance, an obscene amount of time to go spend an obscene amount of money that I don't that I'm not even told how much it costs until I've already paid it. I just it would also be better if they just opened an Aldi's near where I live, and they opened some more like some different cuisine kind of foods, like food places, because where I live is a rinky-dink town. There's nothing really here, and there could be so much more. And I pray to God that there's stuff. I don't like. My parents are kind of annoying with the whole. I don't want it to get developed because it creates crime. Okay, but then if you don't want it to get developed, you have to deal with all the nuisances and inconveniences that we have. You're just gonna have to keep dealing with them. Like, oh, I don't know, the occasionally yellowish brown water, the lack of like good options, the overpriced bullshit in the nearby markets, everything being one brand, and it being usually a very shitty brand that's priced at a ridiculous amount. And the thing is, they act like there's no crime, but there's plenty of crime here. It's not as much as like other places, but there's still crime. Like crime is crime. You're not going to be able to get rid of it completely. That's unreasonable. That's foolish. Now I'm not saying, oh yes, pile in all the crime, but like at least make our town a bit nicer. Like the least you can do is open up an Aldi's here, because of all the places I've ever shopped, Aldi's is the cheapest, and Aldi's doesn't bullshit you, and Aldi's doesn't have garbage brands either. They actually have quality shit. While yes, they don't have a huge variety, at least there's stuff that's good quality and that's cheap. And I can't believe I'm talking about Aldi's like they're sponsoring me. I mean, if they want to sponsor me, I wouldn't completely mind. I just need to be instructed as to how that whole thing works, because I don't know how it works. I think you have to do this like thing where you literally like advertise for them and stuff. But hey, I basically just gave them some free advertising. So Aldi's, hit me up, please. Please also bring one to my small rinky-dink ass little town. It's very much needed. Yes, there's one like an hour away, but I need one here, because we're suffering without it. I bet most of the people here don't even buy there. They just buy from whatever is nearby, which is outrageously priced. I don't want to name. Well, I already named another store. I'm just gonna straight up say it. Hitchcock's. I'm sorry. I'm not buying from you if I can avoid it. The brand of milk is not good. It's the same thing as the other stores in the town. I don't know why they can't get like any of the other milk brands that are fairly local. They only pick like the same one, which is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. No TG Lee, no Borden, no Cloverfield Farms, none of that nonsense. That stuff's not good. It tastes like what I imagine glue tastes like. And yes, I'm bashing companies. I don't care. I'm pretty sure that this is okay, because it is just an opinion. For all I know, more people like the brands that I dislike, and probably don't even like the brands that I do like. So, really just form your own opinion. Taste it, try it, before you take my word for it. I'm just giving my opinion because I have my little grievances and I want to have my little talk and blah, blah, blah. It's now 20 minutes left. I'm surprised I haven't fallen asleep, probably because I've been talking the whole time. And I'm not listening to people talk about conspiracy with the Fatui and war on the horizon and silly peace talks and blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I'm glad I'm not in Sango Media's shoes, because I would just tell them all to shut the up and let me sleep. I would purposely just neglect my duties, probably, and just do whatever the hell I want, honestly. If I could, that is. And I mean, I have, I'm not gonna lie, I have taken many days of rest. I just really wish I had people to help me work on the comic. And I'm not talking about the writing, for fuck's sake. Don't tell me how to write my damn comic. I just want, well, unless I ask for help with it, then I want help. but don't like be like, well, you asked me for help. Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I have to take your help. Like if I ask for ideas, I'm asking you for giving me ideas. That doesn't mean I expect your ideas to be good. And that doesn't mean that if they're not good, I'm going to take them. What I really wish I had help with is the art aspect, because the art aspect is the part that takes the most time. It consumes so much of my time. I'd need people who are willing to work for me and work with me, people who can replicate my art style. If I can even consider myself to have, I still don't even know what my art style is. I just do a somewhat. My art style, I guess people have described it as like anime, but also cute somehow. I've had a lot of people saying my art style looks cute and childish, and I used to take that as an offense, especially because back in the day when I submitted my stuff for like AP art in high school, I was given a lot of crap. I literally got a low score because they're like, "Oh, your general the theme for your collection and your overall art style is very childish and very like it's immature and blah blah blah." I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not talking about some sort of social conflict or controversy in my artwork. I'm sorry that I want to talk about things that actually matter to me, like the bonds of friendship and family and trying to be positive and trying to maintain your inner child in this cruel and boring world. Like, I'm sorry that I'm too positive for you. Like, if you want something negative, then go freaking, I don't know, read Junji Ito. Or like some sort of weird, and I say Junji Ito like in terms of like it's not positive because it's scary. It's horror. Horror to me isn't positive. But there's probably other things that fit the description more. Like there's probably like all these. It's kind of like, and I know people are gonna bash me for this. I don't give a shit. There are people that like talk about. Like my sister. She likes stuff that's for the love of. She likes stuff that's like what is it? Miyazaki films, like all those like Spirited Away and this and that. What she would tell me that she likes about it is the fact that the endings are always like bittersweet, or they're inconclusive, or they're sad. They're not happy endings. And I personally hate that shit because life is sad. Life is depressing. Life is bittersweet, and we don't get what we want. Is that going to keep me sane? Is that going to keep me from screaming my head off and losing my mind? No. That's just going to force the whole issue. So why would I want to read about that? I mean, yes, you could say that you can mock me by saying, "Oh, well, your stories and art is nothing but escapism." I'm like, "Yeah, it is. I admit that, and I'm okay with it because there is nothing wrong with a little bit of escapism and fantasy now and then. Anything to keep your mind off the dark thoughts." That's how I like to view it. That, and I mean, I'm tired of looking at life with a perspective of dreams don't come true and miracles aren't real and life sucks, suck it up. I don't like that. I want to be positive, and positivity is a choice. If there's something I've learned, it's that positivity is a choice. It's okay to be sad and angry and scared and worried and tired and whatever you feel. Negative emotions aren't entirely bad. They're what makes us us. They're what make us learn and empathize and do all sorts of other things. It's one thing to feel that way from now time and time again, whatever. It's another thing to just dwell on it and just make that your whole life motto. I am sad because the world is sad and everything is sad. That's not really a great way to think. It's not a healthy way to think. It's not a sane way to think, in my opinion. So, I mean, if anything, I have learned that even when things are bad, I would think things like, hey, well, if I'm at the bottom, the only way is up, right? And at the same time, even when things don't seem to be going right, the best you could do is just do your best, get some rest when you need it, appreciate the little things in life, especially do that. That's the most important thing. Expressing gratitude and appreciating things and being thankful for what you have. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that to like discredit any situation anyone's in, but there will always be something. And maybe there are those days that are horrible. That's going to happen, and that's okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's just not okay to let that be your whole life, to let it consume you. Grief is okay in healthy amounts, so long as it does not become your everything. It's life is like a oh, for fuck's sake. I don't even like this music because it's intense for what I'm talking about. But life is like a tightrope walk. It's a balancing act of the positive and the negative. And I think, at least from my perspective, from what I've learned, the best way to at least feel like you've lived a fairly happy life is to surround yourself with people that care about you. And if you don't really have any, then just keep looking. You will find it. So long as you stick to what is righteous and stick to good morals and ethics, and you do the best you can, and you also take care of yourself and appreciate little things like the gentle breeze and the of autumn and the red leaves turning red, or a taro flavored ice cream that you like to eat, or even as something as simple as freaking toast and chalky milk in the morning. One day you just want to have a cheat day and you just eat something that might not be that healthy, but hey, cheat day. You're allowed to do it. Granted, I admittedly do it a lot more often than I'm supposed to, but yeah, that's also because cooking complicated dishes on a limited budget and on limited time. Then again, I've had a lot more time as of recent. My main issue is just the fact that cooking takes time, money, and time and money, and even if I do have all the time in the world, that time can go in the blink of an eye when you're working on a bunch of documents and on a bunch of art and a bunch of writing, and you also got to stream, and then you also got to like advertise on occasion or whatever, and then you also have to do your laundry and do self-maintenance shit and also just cook something to eat. Life is just life. There's just really life is just life. It's just a thing. We'll get through this. That's basically just all I can really say at this point. We'll get through this. I think I should stop now, honestly. I've just been rambling on for like almost an hour. I bet y'all are sick and tired of hearing me go on. And if y'all aren't, well, then I appreciate you so much. It's not often that people actually like to hear me ramble on about life and shit or even talk with me. So, thank you guys for coming, and thank you guys for watching. Let me close this out. My throat's dry. Like I said, I still have t-shirts and pins. Pins for 8, t-shirts for 11.50. That's both of them are plus. All of my stuff is plus shipping, mind you. And we ship globally now. We also have these shirts. They're unisex medium. They come in the exact color you see there. They're discounted at $8.50 USD. We ship again globally, and there's only one of each left in the store. They're leftovers from like years ago when I used to make other t-shirts and stuff. So yeah, link is in the chat. The store link should also be in the VOD description on my YouTube. It's also in my About page. You're just going to have to probably like copy paste it because for some reason sometimes with Twitch it just doesn't want to let you click it and send you there. It's wonky, it's weird, and it's not the link. I've tried everything I can with the link. It's just stupid. And have a snowcat. And with that, I bid thee all gnocchi.